Good morning and welcome to another Sunday morning edition of the San Franciscan 550. Hello, hello, new subscribers. Hello to everybody who's been subscribing. Today I'm going to attempt to put the second piece of the roof on, and I have devised a helper. Initially, I was going to glue this on permanently, but I'm not sure yet, and I'll show you once we get to the build. I'll show you why. There is a room that goes to the top of the very top of the attic, and I'm not sure if it's such a good idea that I put this piece in, because then I don't know if that piece will fit. So let's get straight over to the build. And I do want to say couple of things before we actually get that far. One of the things I wanted to say is that after we put this roof piece up, you won't be able to see what's inside this attic from this angle anymore. So we'll turn it around and we'll work on the front. And then after that, guys, besides putting the shingles on, which I probably won't video, because it's kind of boring work, and the painting, and then prepping the inside. So hopefully if we get finished with this today, next weekend I will start working on the inside, and we'll just start designing the rooms, and we'll pick a room. If you're watching this, cast your vote, or not really cast your vote, but mention in the comments which room you'd like to see started first. If you're familiar with San Francisco, maybe some of the styles and era, 60s, 50s, 40s, 20s, give me some ideas and suggestions so we kind of know where we're going with this. Okay, without further intro or further instruction, we'll get started on this. Again, this holds up, and I'll show you here in just a second, very slowly so I don't make anybody dizzy. I designed this piece to hold up this section of the roof, but I really don't think we're going to need it once we put the second piece on, because the second piece will lean up against this, and then this structure, and then this bottom structure right here. So I'm going to get the other piece and glue it where it should go, rather than use this piece. But like I said, once I get this piece glued on permanently, then I'm going to use this piece as a support for this roof, this other side, because once I take you back up, you'll see what I mean. It's very flimsy. It is not connected at the bottom. There's a lot of things that could go wrong. So this will definitely be a temporary support system. Okay, let's get started. I have some extras of these pieces. Let me take the camera back down. I have one that's homemade, and two that comes with the kit. And so I hope everybody has their morning drink. I certainly cannot work without it. And I think this bar is the homemade, and it's probably just slightly thicker than this piece. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to do this, and I think the clamps are again going to be my best friend. So we'll just put that right there. Yay! I love clamps. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out which is the best one. That one has this one has like a little groove in it. So I don't think I want to use that one. I think I'll go with this one. And Hopefully everybody's having a good Sunday morning. We're all just recouping and regathering, and as I recall, these were points up so that the roof can lean here. Yeah. One thing I am going to do before I put that top support on is find the piece that goes up. Well, you can't really see it. I'll show you here in a minute. It's the long piece that goes up top. And I could show you in the photograph on the instructions what I'm talking about. Probably easier than struggling to explain. Okay, so tons of glue on here. Well, not tons, but a good amount of glue on here. And I am going to go to this edge and find my trusted masking tape and glue that down. Not glue that down, but snug it down so that I know it's getting a good connection. And it'll stick on there really well. And it'll stay flush. You know, all of those extra pointers. And today, guys, I think here in a minute, I'm actually going to take a break. We'll open some windows. It's really cold here in New Mexico, but you know, your area just gets so stuffy you feel like, I gotta do this. Especially when the heat's been going, and the heat's been going, and the heat's been going. There we go. Okay, so we're going to let that dry. And while that's drying, I did glue the other support piece the way it's meant to be with this extra section on it. No, I did not glue it. But I have it set to go. So it will go up here. And it will go all the way to where it's supposed to go. Now see, this piece up here was going to be a problem. That piece right there was going to be a problem because it sticks up. So that's why I didn't want to keep it forever. But I do have to get this edgewise correctly. Whoops. Because it has to fit the front section over there. So probably what I will do today is glue this from the front first and then glue it from the back. So that's actually the roof of the small tower you're seeing in the front. So while this is drying, and while we're not doing a whole lot of anything, I think I will turn that around. It may be easier. I'll find out. And I also got to put this piece of flooring in. And there is a long piece like this that goes up here in the attic. I'll show you. Sorry about that. See, there's that piece that goes up here. And so if I put this bar in, it's going to interfere. That's how that piece goes. And again, you'll see it better from the front. And I will show you on the instructions where exactly that is. Just as soon as I gather up the instructions. They are here. In fact, I wound up with several sets, so the fact that I can't find one is somewhat discouraging. Okay. So see in the back, right there, that goes across, and then there's two short pieces that this bottom glues to. And then there's a partition there. Now, will I use that partition? I don't know yet. That's, I had actually decided at one time not to use it, just to make that one giant room. But that's why I'm asking for suggestions. Should I go ahead and put all of the now the stairwell, I want to put 2 partitions in, so that I don't have to build the railing on the stairwells. Isn't that horrible of me? This one, I could put 2, and then just put 1 up here. So if you're watching this morning or this afternoon or between now and next Sunday, give me your thoughts and ideas on that. Now for today, we are going to spin this around and see this portion of the roof here is what you just saw hanging over. So today, I'm actually going to try to see if I can't get these porches on and that section of it built, hoping. So it's going to definitely be, I have decided, in several short videos, only because it takes an act of Congress and 2 weeks vacation to get these things loaded and onto the YouTube channel. So I think it's just because I live in a really old house, and it's part of it is stucco, that I don't get good internet speed in this particular room. But I'm able to watch YouTube, I'm able to watch TV, we do everything from the internet otherwise. So, I don't know. I don't know. But I do know we are so close to the completion of this San Franciscan. I mean, we are almost to the point of decorating. Okay, I'm going to put you guys on pause so you don't have to endure the sound of turning this thing around. So, hold on just a second. Okay, we're going to try working from this side for a little bit. Like I said, I do have a section of the floor that needs to go in. But that was fun. This one I may put in from the back side, because there's going to be a roof over this, as I was showing you earlier. You're really not going to see what's up inside of that tower, and I'll show you why. This section of the roof goes right there. And then there is a floor piece that goes here. I don't have it right now, but like I was saying, you're really not going to see. This is mainly for the ceiling from below. This is actually going to be very much covered up. So at this point, I want to run a bead of glue right here. And there's going to be that split on top, which is no big deal because there's going to be shingles up there. But I want to make sure I get this piece put on correctly, because it's going to matter the most. Okay, so let's do that. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of this that I do now from the actual inside. The painting or the plastering of the walls, the cleaning up of the floors, the installation of the floors, all of that's now going to be moved inwards, guys, because we are seriously finished, just about. Okay, so here is the glue for those two pieces. I hope this works out according to plan. I would really like it if there were no mistakes. But the only way to know is to, oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't glue this piece, guys. I have to glue those two pieces, which is not a big deal. I can do that right now. Anyhow, you don't know if you've got any real unfixable mistakes until you actually put it together. And so sometime next week, my new little miniature room should be here. And I think that'll be a lot of fun putting it together. Okay, now I've got that taped down. Again, I'm not worried about showing this blue tape on the inside or the outside, because outside will be shingled and the inside will either be spackled or painted. And so these little pieces of blue tape will eventually disappear. Okay, so we're going to put this right here. And this is the piece that matters most, whether or not it's A, level and straight, or B, attached well. So I'm going to hold this for a few minutes, and while I'm holding this, I'm going to put you on pause, and when we come back, I will probably post this video. Okay, so now I've spun the roof back around again, and I've applied my little helpers, i.e. that blue masking tape. And the thing I've got to do is get this supported on both ends so it doesn't fall. And the other thing I got to do is make sure that it is attached securely and level. So this is the part that's somewhat scary, and this is the part that a good part for me to stop at. Now you see why I decided that I would use this other piece as leverage. So that I don't have to constantly stand here and hold it up. That definitely needs to come up to about right there. Okay, let's see. I just don't want to let go of it, guys, and have it completely crash. Oh, I would be so disappointed. So I'm going to need to put another clamp. And so this is where I'm going to stop so I don't lose everything here. And I will see you guys in the next video.